So this is how we generated $438,752 profit in cash neuropathy cases in only 12 months. And we did this without no-shows. So these are all prepaid exams, which I'll explain. And then there's no expensive fees. So it's very, very affordable. And we did this using the Neuropathy Profit engine. And here are our numbers transparently. We spent $43,000 on ad spend, collected around $16,600 with exam cash. So we do $49 exams. That's what this is. And then this is our commit to care cash. So this is just all of our care plan revenue. And then our return on investment, you can see right here. That is a 10x return. And our case average is only 3,300. So I know some people have a higher case average. Just in the name of transparency, this is our case average to get those numbers. And the beautiful thing is there's only 3 ingredients. So one is daily quiz leads. The second is prepaid exams. And the third is emotionally intelligent doctor-led sales training. So first off, let's talk about quiz leads every day. And it all starts with ads that are very relevant to the people we're speaking to on Facebook and Instagram. So you can see we talk a lot about gabapentin. We talk about the specific protocol. We have pictures of feet, burning, numbness, tingling. These are all very, very relevant to the people that we're speaking to, and we're speaking to the thoughts that are already in their head, and we're educating them while building social proof. And then we're also testing new ads every single week. And so this is the massive benefit of working with a hyper niche specific marketing agency. We only do one specific thing, and we do it the very best because that's all we do. They're already created for you, which is nice. Some of them have Dr. Jason in it, but it's all white labeled, and all of the ads are run from the personified brand that I've built over time called Neuropathy Nancy. And so that's there, and we've already have a lot of trust established. And so, yeah, you get to lean on that. And so then we run that traffic to a quiz that looks something like what you see on your screen. This way they can see if they qualify for your treatment protocol. Now in this example, it says class 4 laser. That's just what Dr. Jason uses. I have clients that do shockwave or the blueprint to practice automation protocol, all different types of, red light protocol, different things like that. So we can always exchange that out. And in the quiz, what's cool is we disqualify anyone who's not in your area or reliant on Medicaid. So we just don't allow Medicaid leads into the system because we found that they practically never convert into cases. So we just avoid that altogether. And then the other really nice thing about it is that we're asking, I think, 12 to 15 questions that are hyper specific to neuropathy. You can see those here. So do you have an official diagnosis of neuropathy by a neurologist? Are you diabetic? Have you had chemotherapy? These are all really good questions to not only qualify your leads, but also to save time in your exam and in your phone consults. So this way, only qualified leads get through. Now the next step is prepaid exams. And so the way we do this is we drive the leads to a 5 to 10 minute phone consult with either the doctor or someone who's knowledgeable about neuropathy and about your protocol. And we teach this in depth. We have call recordings, we have sales training. You can even get coached by Dr. Jason. He's there to help you as well. And he's done hundreds of these at this point. He's the best I've ever seen at it. So you'll have access to him in our little Slack group as well. And if you don't want to do that, you actually will have the option to delegate the follow-up and the phone consult to another team for an extra cost. So if you ever want to do that, you can, or you can just follow our training and do it how we do it. All right. And then next up on prepaid exams, the leads can either self-schedule. So they're going to see a calendar online. They can get scheduled by our AI. So I've built an AI text message bot which you can see over here, that will have conversations. It's knowledgeable about neuropathy. It's knowledgeable about your protocol, and it knows our calendar availability, and it'll just help them schedule. So they can also get scheduled by your team following our lead follow-up protocol. So following up with your leads is very, very important. Now, like I mentioned, we'll train you on how we build trust on those phone consults and how to get a prepaid exam at the end. This is a very important skill to have because there's a very specific way to do these calls to build trust, to build empathy, to build connection. Those are critical things to have. And we have scripts, recordings, and like I mentioned before, coaching directly from Dr. Jason, who does it every day. Or again, you can delegate it. Now, last up, we have the ethical sales training. So we have training on how to close cases in the clinic, but we do not train on the neuropathy protocol, like how you treat your patients. That's not my expertise, or the neuropathy exam. And if you don't have these yet, you should probably get those first. Don't apply or book a call yet. Figure this out. And then once you're ready, once you're treating patients, then it makes more sense to turn something like this on. So now the question really is just, are you ready to try the system? And the beautiful thing is we have affordable pricing. So it's only $200 a week, super affordable, plus whatever your ad spend is, which you control. Now, I recommend at least $30 a day, so around $1,000 to $1,500 a month, but it's totally up to you. Jason, at this time, we've built all the way up to spending $5,000 a month. And so if you want to do that, you definitely can, or, as you start to get momentum, you can add more ad spend. But I like to be transparent around what the minimum I recommend is to get results. The next cool thing is that we have a really fast start time. So it's only 1 to 2 days. Since we don't need access to your page, we don't need you to create content. The ads are already proven, they're already working. You're just basically renting out the system that I've built and just plugging into that. So that only takes about 1 to 2 days, and then I'll get you access to everything and get you training on how to manage everything. I have really, really in-depth training on what has helped us succeed with the system. So you'll get all of that. So if you like all of that, then the next step is to apply down below. So after you apply, you'll actually get a chance to schedule a 15-minute call with one of the doctors who are using the system every day. So instead of talking to me, David French, directly, you'll actually be able to talk to a doctor who's using the system, and that's Dr. Jason, who I mentioned earlier. So you'll get firsthand information about how the system works, if he feels like it's a fit for you, which he'll definitely tell you if it's not a fit or if it is. And so that's how that works. And just in case we haven't met, my name is David French. I've helped over 500 clinics get more new patients online, and I've done that in several spaces. I started in chiropractic, moved into decompression, laser, neuropathy, knee, all different types of niches. And I built and sold a $1.2 million marketing agency that was called Patients on Command. You may have seen the ads for it over the years. And then I've now built a killer system for getting neuropathy patients. And my plan is to set that up for 50 clinics total. So again, if all that sounds good, you can just go ahead and apply down below. If you want to see those numbers again, our numbers over the 12 months of us doing this, a lot of it during month 1, 2, 3 was still trial and error as well. And then now we just have it really humming. We're spending $5,000 a month on ads. So yeah, if you want to tap into that, you want to rent that system out and get those results for yourself without paying a crazy high agency fee, then go ahead and apply down below, and we'll talk to you soon. Cheers.